Hello, hello. Look at me. I have my television volume up as well on the channel. That's a no no. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? It has been, I am sweating. These lights got me. I'm starting out the gate sweating. How's everyone doing? It has been a minute since I have been here, although Bravo Nation have been going strong, strong, and strong. And I'm so happy to be here tonight with you. I have been moving around a lot. I've been trying to build the other station across the YouTube streets, the Sheila Ingram Ministry Network. We've been having a great time over there. And I'm so happy that we have been moving and growing over here. The Bravo Nation is holding it steady Monday nights, the Monday night mics, Beyond the Mic, I'm sorry. And then Thursday night with Dawn B and some other little things that we've been doing. So it's been great. I hope that you are well. And I just decided, well, we were going to have a particular show tonight, as you see the thumbnail that I had to pull down today. Karen in Ghana was scheduled, and she had a serious issue with her generator, and it's been storming, and the lights have been out a little bit in Ghana for maybe a week or so. So we decided to just postpone that show and to move to something else. And we miss our chef, our Bravo Nation chef, and so happy that she was able to jump on and come on. We won't be on too long tonight. I do have an 8 o'clock meeting, so hopefully we can hit it and quit it. But in between that time, we can have a lot of fun. We can have a lot of fun and be able to talk and share as we always do. I'm really happy to have Chef Laquita Marie in the house tonight from Superfood Parents. If you have not subscribed to that channel, go over to that channel and subscribe. It's a great day here on the East Coast, and I'm in New York, and it's really hot today, and it's been hot for a while. It's been raining a bit. I don't know where you are, but I hope wherever you are that you are doing well. I'm praying that you are doing well. So I'm going to bring my guest up. She's no stranger to the Bravo Network. She is no stranger at all, and she is the one and only Chef Laquita Marie. And so we're going to give her a drum roll, drum roll. I still don't have my Rhodes Pro connected with all my sounds, but I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. Be patient with me. Let's bring her on up. Hello, my sister. Let me take the how are you doing? How's it going?
Hey there. So good to see you. So good to see everybody. Hello, hello. Happy summer for those of you that are experiencing the summer. I am, and I'm enjoying it. But yeah, happy Wednesday, happy hump day, all those good things. How are you
I
tonight, Sheila?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad you're here. That's one thing. I'm super glad. We love, and I love when hang out with you with all the good information and little funny jokes and things that we have when we're here before the people. But tonight we won't be long, but we're gonna do something really wonderful. I can't wait to see what you have. I know you gave me a little sneak peek on the phone of what you're gonna do, but I
Yeah,
can't wait while we talk about healthy food, healthy relationships with food, because we do have a relationship with food, don't we? We sure do.
yeah. You know what? We have a good message. The question is it a good one or not with food? And I say that because not just is it a good one, is it a healthy one? A lot of us have a really good relationship with food. We know what it is, we know what to
Mhm.
do with it. The problem is we don't know what food is. A lot of us are eating food products, things that we're calling food, things that we can chew and swallow, but these are not foods. And that's where a lot of us are getting into trouble. So, this is where we are.
But things you're not you as you say that, that's so true, because packaging is different, words are different on food products. I mean, I remember a time where we would just go buy things and never even look at ingredients, just pick it up and
Right,
take it to the pay for it and go home. We never even
right.
looked at the fine print. We never looked at those words, and it was a silence in that. But then we became
Mhm.
educated that we should be reading labels, because it's a lot of things in the food that we do not need to be putting in our bodies.
Absolutely. And as you're saying that, I thought, let me bring the food into the picture because I always have my whole food and my processed food. So I have a basket with my whole food because I'll be cooking chickpea salad tonight. I do have a food with my processed ingredients because the chickpea salad has mustard and mayo. Those are optional though. So I've also got a food processor here. So I've got another camera for later. And yeah, we need to know like what is food, what is what? Because if I show somebody this, now this has been cut and it reminds you of an onion, but it's not. It's a purple cabbage, right? Because a
Mhm.
lot of us, we start a cabbage and we think we have to eat the whole cabbage at once. We do
True.
not have to do
True.
that. So, and here it's like you were talking about reading labels. Sheila, can you read the label on this ingredient, please?
Oh, I don't see it. I don't see it. I look like
No,
a
you can read the
ribbon.
label. Just tell me what you notice in it.
Oh, oh my goodness. Is that celery?
Boom. You see what I'm saying? That's the
Yes.
whole point. Y'all know I always tell people, get your faves in, your fruits and vegetables every spread, because this way you don't have to worry about reading labels, right? This is
Correct.
organic celery that I got from the grocery store. These onions were also organic, but I got them from my local farmer.
Hmm.
And what are the ingredients? Can you read the label, please, Sheila?
I sure can. It is a nice onion.
See what I'm saying? So, like you said, back in the day, we would look at this and we would say, I don't need
Mm.
to read the label on everything because this one thing right here is a lime.
Lime.
Boom, right? That's what we want to do tonight. We want to make sure that we are, whether it's summertime, because the summertime foods, a lot of us think, oh, yeah, let me get something light and quick. But we want to make sure that whether it's summertime, wintertime, anytime, or in our rush times, we have a very good relationship with what we're doing. That
Yeah,
so that this way we know what we're doing, we know how we're doing it, what we're eating, because that relationship,
exactly.
you want it to be healthy.
You remember we were talking, that is so true, talking about, different households and different cultures and different homes, and how you start out the gate, everyone's eating the same thing. The kids are eating the same thing, husband and wife eating the same thing, or
Mhm.
husband, or whatever, single parent, full house, whatever. And all of a sudden someone wakes up a little bit and says, I want to try something different. And then they begin not even getting to the plant-based, just start with the vegan or
Yep.
start with some other thing that has become so popular. And then all of a sudden, the wife starts integrating these things inside of the menu, and the house is like, wait, what is this? And
Yeah,
you,
that
oh,
happened to
this,
me.
yeah,
That
and I,
Yep.
yeah, and sometimes people kick up against it. Some people will come along with it. So, how was your experience with it?
You know, while I talk about this, if it's okay, I'll go ahead and start cooking a
Sure,
little
I know you were
cooking.
talking cook at the yes, yes, yes.
And I say cooking because again, this is like a summer salad. This chickpea salad is super easy and it's something that all we have to do is pretty much um put the things together because that's what people expect when they see a salad, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is what I will provide tonight. Just like we're just going to put some things together, and
Mm-hmm.
while we put it together, what I'm also going to do is I'll share the screen so that way people can kind of see the ingredients. And let's see. I'm trying to see the best way to share it. Like if I want to share it from uh, what do you call the place? My Google Drive, or if I wanna I'm gonna see if I can share it from my Google Drive because I think it'll look better for
Okay,
everybody, you know?
okay, go for it.
Do I even have it in this drive? Let's see. I don't think I have it in this drive. You know what I'll do? I'll share it from this page, and this way everybody can see it because, hey there, E-Money, Mary Ma, DJ is, Tori's
We
Brain.
got
Hey,
folks in the house. We have folks in the house.
yeah, sorry, I just saw everybody
And those
popping
of
in.
you up in the bleachers and the expensive seats, you may be in the orchestra, you got a good ticket, a good seat. You are here with us, whether you're in the chat or not. We welcome you and we pray that you have hit that thumbs up, smash that
Yes.
thumbs up button when you came in.
Yep, we got Ani, Nia, Six Bows, Real Talk with Ntabi. Real Talk with Ntabi is in South Africa. That's one of my girls right there. We go
Mm-hmm.
way back. Uh, but it's so good to see everybody. So y'all know how we do. Let's do this real quick. I am going to pull up this menu, this recipe. All right. So if you can just
Okay.
share that real quick,
I
everybody will
sure
be
will.
able to see it. Mhm. So now here's what goes into it. And I do this so that way if people have to leave, they can at least see what's what, right? So
Mhm.
this particular recipe, it has one chopped onion, a can of chickpeas, 1 to 2 tablespoons of non-dairy or vegan mayo, a teaspoon of sugar is optional. I don't always add that. A teaspoon of adobo seasoning or salt to taste, or whatever seasoning salt you have.
Mhm.
Um, a teaspoon of sage, and y'all, I have a new sage seasoning. It's a poultry seasoning from a local person that creates their own seasoning blends. But anyways, sage gives it that poultry flavor. Like for turkey or for chicken, the sage is
Mhm.
what the main ingredient is in poultry seasonings. I'm using that on the chickpea salad. And then, of course, you can also use wakame if you like a seafood flavor. Wakame is a type of sea vegetable, sort of like nori or seaweed, that nori or kelp, I should say, and it gives it that seafood flavor. So if you want more like a seafood salad, then you would add
Mhm.
the wakame.
Add
I'm
the
not doing it
wakame.
tonight, though. Hmm.
Mhm.
But yeah, and also lime juice. I didn't put that here, or maybe I did. Yep, I do have that one chopped onion marinated in the juice of 2 limes. So well, you can stop sharing that for right now because, oh, good. Coach Mary is watching from LinkedIn. Oh, I hope, oh, wait. Real Talk with Ntabi. I hope you got the screenshot of the recipe because I know that you were saying, I'll let you screenshot it real quick. That's why I like to put that up first. And one of the other things I like to
There it
do first,
is.
yep,
There it
there it
is
is. So
again. There it is again.
nice.
All
So
right.
and you know, I love business as well. So let's talk about this healthy relationships with your food and business. Because everybody always talks about, you got to do this for your business. You got to grind. You got to do that.
Right.
But
Exactly.
like I said, with my family, that didn't happen. I was like, okay, my husband has always been for a very long time diabetic. He has a history of that in his family. I'm juicing these 2 limes so I can chop
Yes.
the onions and put them in there, by the way.
Yes.
2020, when I found out, and I've been a nurse 30 years, but when I found out in 2020 that you can reverse diabetes with
Mhm.
whole foods and really by just eliminating the animal products. So I'm like, okay, basically you go extreme and you can eliminate things. He came down 100 pounds. He got off his blood pressure meds in 3 weeks. But my kids, what happened with them was their skin cleared up. And one of my daughters, she had oops, I gotta get another lime. That one hit the floor, y'all.
Mhm. Mhm.
My daughter had a white patch on her face, sort of like vitiligo, like y'all know Michael Jackson was getting those
Yeah.
light patches. So she was getting that. That cleared up in about 2 or 3 weeks with just changing the whole food, skipping the
Yes.
dairy, because yep, 6 poses back. It's like 3 weeks. Yep, came off the medicine. The doctor took him off the medicine in 3 weeks. For
Mhm.
me, I've definitely had a lot of benefits from switching, but the family wasn't having it the way I was having it. So, like you're saying, I wanted this healthy relationship because I realized what it was doing for all of us. They didn't
Yes,
see it.
absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what we're talking about tonight, relationship with food, but including relationships across the board in the workplace, at home. And it is difficult for some people to switch over because it's in their mind,
Hmm.
and they think that, that switching the food won't taste as well, as good or whatever. But your situation and I had changed as well. And everyone in my children was saying, oh, that's fake food. And that's not food, and all these different things. Now
But
my
wait, what were they saying was fake?
just like plant-based, different plant-based things, just regular whole grain things, just things just totally different. The plants saying no, 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 we don't want to eat that. So they were really making a joke out of it, that no, that's not real food. And in fact it was and is real healthy food.
Okay,
So I understand exactly. So many households
that's
are
fine.
changing diets, are changing their diet and causing an upset in their homes. And especially, even with the kids, I know that I have a friend who that she has so much junk food, well, I'd say fast food, with her children because her lifestyle is so busy.
Yep.
And it's bad now because now she sees the detriment and she's trying to wean her children off of, I mean, it's literally a fight. We're passing McDonald's, we're passing, and like, no, we're going home to eat something different tonight. But
Yeah.
as you press into it and show the benefit, and then they see the weight loss, they see like the acne gone cleared up, then
Yeah.
they like, oh, this really works, making
Yeah.
a believer out of them.
Let me tell you something. My kids have completely reverted back, right back with their dad. So like Six Bows is an esthetician. So she was like, oh, you said the magic words, clear skin. Now, facts, she knows this. Six Bows knows this from her education and training. Um, and some of you also, you can definitely clean up things on the outside and make them look real good, right? Because y'all know how
Mm-hmm.
we do. Well, the estheticians, they know different things to do for your skin. So that way, it performs and you look like you're
Mm-hmm.
doing well on the inside. However, I've noticed my kids, when they went back to everything under the sun, they also have a cart full of skin cleansers, skin acne, like, and I see in their inboxes and emails, acne treatments and skin
Mm-hmm.
things, like, things to try to basically get them back to where they should be. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what? You can do what I'm doing and just eat this homemade meal, like Six is saying. You can just eat this homemade food and you can do way better. Like we do eat fast food still. We don't eat as much. I try not to. And I also
Mm-hmm.
will say this, I eat out a lot. I've always eaten out a lot just because of our schedule, but I
Mm-hmm.
always tried to make healthier, balanced choices.
Choices, correct. Yeah.
So that way I looked at vegetables first. I'm just going to put this onion into the lime juice. Otherwise, everything else is going to go right in this food processor, y'all. We're not doing a lot of chopping tonight. That's the beautiful thing about this chickpea salad. It really does come together quickly in about 10 or 15 minutes, just depending on if you're talking and all of that kind of stuff. Hey,
And
Bronze Flat Power God. Good to
and
hear
you
you.
said the lime juice really settles and makes the onion subtle in your mouth. It kind of brings down that type of thing when you're talking to someone and you just ate onions.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna talk in plain English, all right? When we talk about onions, we ain't gonna talk about, oh, it makes them subtle. Girl, it kills that onion breath. So, like she said, when you say, hello, bronze flat power god, six O's, DJ is, you know, your breath don't say hello after you have already said hello. So, yes, that is what the lime juice does. And you know what? I learned this back when I was 12 years a slave. I talk about being a nurse, and there was one patient that I had for 12 years. That's why I call it 12 years a slave, because it's like, Lord, I had that one person for 12 years. But I learned so much. This is where I learned the onion trick. There was a person from India staying there, and he was a family friend of my patient's mom. And he said that they will either soak the onions, I was gonna say the lemons, soak the onions in lime juice or and just for like 10 minutes, because y'all, this is gonna come together quick. Once these get into the lime juice, then all we gotta do is like a few other things. But that little bit of time, they
So you
either
just actually sit them in there for a couple of minutes or so?
yeah, like literally let them sit in the lime juice for about 10 minutes or while you're getting everything else ready. And you can also just rinse them. So if you don't have lemon or lime juice, hey, Suburban Homestead, Wyoming to Arizona, we got everybody here. Because
Yeah,
Sheila,
because yeah, they're here because you haven't been like really, really full like you used to be too, doing so many things. And I haven't been on the network in a minute myself, right? The network has been busy, but I have
right.
not been on the network. So this is cool that we're both doing this together and
Absolutely.
saying hello. They're like, where happened? Where are they?
And
So
you
here.
Yeah, and I do want people to ask questions. If they have any nutritional or health questions, this is not medical advice or health advice. However, I do have a lot of information from all of my research and based on my experience of what I would do in my situation, because this is just, my experience. I'll put it that way.
Hmm.
So, I was saying that when I was 12 years a slave working with that one patient, yes,
Hmm.
they said that they would either just sit the onions in lime juice or lemon juice. And a lot of cultures, a lot of different places with their food, they even Italian food, they will squeeze lemon on it right before they serve it. So once it gets to the
True.
table,
That's true.
it brightens the flavor. The
Yes.
vitamin C helps
True.
the nutrients to get
I
absorbed.
love it.
Yeah, but we don't realize that the vitamin C in the citrus food, the lemon or the lime, it helps those nutrients to be absorbed. That's also why we're taking it, because we're talking about this healthy relationship. So we might feel like, oh, I eat my salads, I eat this, and I'm doing that. And then on the other side, we're also not absorbing those nutrients. And we're wondering why we still don't have the energy, why we still don't feel good. And it's because we're not eating everything in its natural form. We're not, so, like a lot of people will say, oh, I take a vitamin C pill. No, just eat food with vitamin C in
With
it.
vitamin C in it. Correct.
Yeah. And all the food that grows from the ground has antioxidants and fiber. So you automatically have those two things when you are eating onions, celery, purple cabbage,
Mhm.
limes, you know what I mean? And
Right.
so it all works together that way. And I'll say this, Suburban Homestead of Wyoming to Arizona was the one that got me realizing that you should chop your garlic and let it sit for a few minutes before you start to use it. Because she said, when you start smelling that pungent fragrance, that's when all of the flavors and nutrients come in. And it's really true, like that you get that allicin, that pungent smell. The allicin, ALICIN, is one of the nutrients in garlic. And of course garlic is like a natural antiviral, a natural
Correct.
antifungal, and
Mhm.
so anti-inflammatory agent. So it's like when you listen to different people doing different things, you can really get a healthy relationship simply because you hear how they interact with their things. So this is
Mhm.
another way to get a healthy relationship with food, you know?
Yes, absolutely. Hi, Von Eric. So glad you're here, my dear friend.
Hello, hello.
Glad to see you. And I didn't
Yeah,
greet
good to
my
see you.
NA. It's the best moderator in the YouTube streets. I didn't see her in here, and then I saw her in here. NA Nia, the best moderator. That's right. I said it right here at Bravo Nation in these YouTube streets. Welcome everyone. Thank you for
Absolutely.
being here. If you guys have not hit the thumbs up, the subscribe, and share the channel. But hit that thumbs up. It lets YouTube know. It sends them a message that we like what we see. We like what we're hearing. That's what it says to them. So hit that thumbs up. And so we're glad that we have the Bravo Nation chef Laquita Marie in the house tonight. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. But we said, let's do a little something tonight. And that's why we're here. And this chickpea salad, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yep, it's super easy. I just broke off 3 stalks of celery. Now, I can't remember how many stalks were in the recipe, but I'm going to pull the recipe back up and look because, we're talking about this healthy relationship and food. Good. And, I know Six Bows is back says she's not wanting to take her thyroid medicine. Do I know what to eat for low thyroid? I'm going to go over that in just a second. Thank you for asking that question also. So this here says for celery, 2 stalks, and these are optional, remember. So I'm going to put 3 stalks because to me they're kind of skinny, and
Okay.
I like the flavor that celery gives to a salad. Whether it's potato salad, chickpea salad. I've eaten lots of egg salad in my day, um, all kinds of salads. Okay, so all right, let's get back to this. And I'll also let you know about the low thyroid foods because I will say that number one, uh, as many whole foods as possible are great. I know you're not going to want to hear this, Six, but the hormones in food do affect your hormones, especially your thyroid hormone included. So one thing that you can do is, and I say that because I'm like, as much as you can eliminate animal products, and if you are eating animal products, don't eat ground animal products. Let's say like a hot dog, a sausage, those are ground up. Bacon, is processed in a way that it is the loin. So I'm not counting bacon. Let me think. There's a few other things. A burger is ground up. Um, Barbecue, don't do it. Even though it's pulled, no, just because it's all mixed up. And so I say this because when they grind up meat, they're grinding up different organs in there. And um, Dr. John McDougall talks about how the hormones from the organ, they still transfer over when we're consuming them, even after the meat is cooked. So he's live every Sunday night, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time or 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You can ask questions for him, but he's constantly doing research on all of this stuff, right? So this
Yeah.
is where you can definitely get your greens. I will say these foods are good though, plant foods, greens, zucchini, asparagus. I'm trying to think what else, carrots, peppers, spinach, mushrooms. Mushrooms are good too. I don't know if it's because of the vitamin D in mushrooms, because the vitamin D has um, the hormone vitamin D affects other hormones. Like all of your hormones interact with each other. Let me just say that insulin is a hormone. So this is why people will notice that their thyroid issues will also affect their um, diabetes,
Yeah.
because just all the hormones affect each other. And their thyroid hormone might affect their fertility, because your adrenals, the glands are above your kidneys, they secrete their own set of hormones. But even though everything is secreting their own hormones, they do interact with each other. So green leafy vegetables, peppers, spinach, mushrooms, carrots, asparagus, those green foods a lot. Like those green foods really help a lot for some reason. So the
Yeah,
best high fiber.
that's great.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm
No, I'm
listening.
saying that's great, great information. And that's great because, to know exactly what you can do to minimize the issues that we have with certain organs in our
Hmm.
body is in the food from the earth. It's in food that is definitely here for us. And when you were speaking about that, it reminded me of chickens, how chicken feeds women's fibroids.
Yeah.
And that and as much as women eat chicken and people eat chicken, when I found that out, I was like, it feeds actually fibroids, and many women suffer with fibroids. And that's something that someone should think about, as well as what you're talking about with the thyroids and everything else that we personally go through in
Exactly.
our health. There is something that we can take to
Hmm.
minimize the medicine we take, and to possibly give a cure to it in time, over time, as it decreases.
Right. Right. Exactly. And especially because a lot of times they'll say, "Oh, watch your medicine because you shouldn't eat asparagus if you're taking this, or you shouldn't eat too many leafy greens if you're taking these blood thinners or whatever." But it's like, "Oh, wait a minute. All my life I could eat leafy greens and asparagus or whatever else until I messed it up and I wasn't eating those things, and now I can't eat those things because I'm taking so much medicine." So a lot of times you'll go to an integrative or functional medicine uh, practitioner. I will say I think I like the integrative better than the functional medicine
Hmm.
because they basically look at food first. Like how can food help us out? I want to answer Von Erich's question, but I also want to bring in my other camera because I'm going to put the things into the food processor. So I want you all to see those things. Yep. And so this is the food processor. Now this is the one that's on my, and I'm going to answer your question too, Suburban Homesteader. This is the food processor that's on my Amazon shop. So y'all see those little mushrooms? These are the dried ones that you can get in the, thank you for putting that question up. These are the dried questions that you can get, I mean, dried mushrooms that you can get in the like Asian shops and things like that. And so I just rehydrate them by soaking them in water for about 10, 15 minutes. Then I put them in, boil them for about 20, 25 minutes, and they get a nice, chewy, meaty texture. And so I have those in there. I'm going to drop in some purple cabbage. I don't even think this was on the menu for real, y'all. This was not on the ingredients list, but
That's why it's going to
I
be
like,
so extra good.
yeah,
I
and you know
like
what?
adding to a menu. I like adding to a
It's the
menu.
color I like. Plus,
Hmm.
the purple cabbage does not wilt. So a lot of times I use this on sandwiches. Like I'll chop it thinly for instead of lettuce if I'm making a wrap or a sandwich. So high fiber foods, all of these foods, anything that grows from the ground is going to have fiber in it. So that's part of the reason you want that. So I've got those 3 stalks of celery. I've got about a cup of roughly chopped purple cabbage. I've got about a cup of the mushrooms, and then I'm going to also add the onions in just a moment. So that way I can pulse these kind of small before I add the chickpeas because I don't want my chickpeas too mushy. I want them to have um, a lot of texture, because this reminds you of a chicken salad or a tuna salad. You don't want it smooth like an egg salad.
Right, right,
Okay.
right.
So when we say what are the best high fiber foods, anything that grows from the ground, they all have fiber and antioxidants. A lot of us are eating processed foods. So we're eating a sandwich with meat and cheese, and we skip the lettuce, tomato, the pickle, the sweet peppers. We skip the all the things you think about a Subway line. All those vegetables that we're skipping, you can put cucumbers on on a sandwich, not
I
just when
do
you're
all
at
the time.
Subway.
All the time.
Exactly. So we can do that anytime, not just when we're at Subway, right? So I'm going to show this real quick so that you all can see that the lime juice has kind of soaked in. You see how
Mm,
like you can barely see the lime juice at the bottom. It was a
right.
little bit higher than that, and it's kind of soaked into the onions a little bit, I noticed. So let me pour some of those in, and I'm letting the
And the
juice go in.
juice. The
Yep.
juice.
So I'm putting that whole onion in there also, by the way. Sorry, y'all. I'm hitting the camera and everything. So I have the whole onion there. There we go. And I do have a fair amount of chickpeas. This would probably be the amount of 2 cans, but I buy my chickpeas raw and I just boil them for a couple of hours. I do soak them first so they can pull in as much water, get really plump. Then they do tend to get cooked a little bit sooner than 2 hours. And you know what, Suburban Homesteader, I have not read Matthew Wood's book, The Earthwise Herbal Volume 1 and 2. I'll have to check that out because I see you're saying they're great books on vegetable and herb uses. Y'all know, speaking of herbs, celery is an herb. This is why I just say, oh, fruits and vegetables every spread, because if it grows from the ground, it has some benefits. We don't know what category this stuff is in. They put it into categories. Some of the foods we're eating are herbs, which are like um, antibiotics for us, like they're extra healing. And so some of the foods are vegetables, right? And then some of the foods, like I said, the garlic or the onion, those have different nutritional properties. Like, onions will pull out different sicknesses. So if you're sick, cut an onion, put it in a bowl, and put it under where you're sleeping, like under your bed or whatever. And it'll pull out those toxins as you sleep and exhale. And
I
that's all
saw
another
some.
reason.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll
I
let
was,
you finish your thought and then because the onion,
Mhm.
I saw something with the onion.
Okay. And that's another reason I was saying that people can also, with the onion, they can that's why they put them on their feet,
That's what I
in
was
their
getting ready
socks.
to say. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, they just slice it and put it at the foot and put the sock on and go to sleep and it happens. It happens.
Exactly. And I'm tilting this. Hey, I am Avon. I saw you had a video up today. It's so funny how things work. But because he was looking like he was in deep thought on the thumbnail. But hey, how you doing? So I'm going to tilt this to the side. I'm going to mute for a second so I can pulse this. If y'all have any other questions for me, um, definitely ask. And I'm with you, Six Bows. Nope, don't buy any type of ground meat. Make sure your meat has a bone in it, because the ground meat, that's where you're going to get all the stuff mixed up together, and you don't want all the things um, mixed up. Pig snout, pig ear, pig foot, pig thyroid,
Oh
pig
my,
liver,
oh my
pig
goodness.
adrenals in your hot dogs. Because think about it, if they say it's beef, who is eating the beef heart? You are, but you're eating it in a hot dog. You're just thinking about, I got a beef hot dog. That is not prime rib hot dog. It's all the other parts of the cow. And so that's why I'm saying, and it's also those organs. So that's why I'm saying, watch what you're eating if you're eating animal products and you have thyroid issues. This is a way to help balance those thyroid hormones, as well as eating more whole food that's grown from the ground. Okay. You can go ahead and read that. I'm going to mute for just a second.
So people used to hang onions in their homes during the plague. Hmm. Oh my. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. We are here for you tonight. Oh, this is so nice. Thank you so very much. I so appreciate it. Thank you. Yep. She says, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Because it's not serving us. Like they don't let us know how messed up some of this stuff is, but it's so messed up. It's like, good grief, what is happening here? So, that being said, nope, just get the ground meat, and also get your things. You can take the this particular camera down for now. Put it in the background because I want to show this seasoning here. This particular seasoning by Dots Natural Spices, they do have a website. You know what? This camera is playing games, but Like, don't this look horrible? It look like I'm in a horror movie. So this is their poultry mix. Maybe I need to keep it back here. Y'all just gonna have to go in there on your own. But Dot's Natural Spices is their website. This poultry seasoning, I'm gonna add this in there. It's so new, I didn't even open it. So let me do that. I'm gonna put in, I don't know, pull the recipe back up because I just be throwing in seasonings. I don't
Right.
measure.
And those of you who just tuned in, we are actually talking about, my channel is geared to a lot of things, but basically it's about relationships, relationships with your family, relationships with your coworkers, relationships tonight we're talking about with food and how healthy eating, and incorporating good food into your life creates such a wonderful, intimate relationship with the food. So that's what we're talking about tonight. And of course, we have Laquita Marie, who is the Bravo Nation's personal chef. She's been here since 2022, 23, popping on monthly. And we've
Yeah,
been
it's been a long time.
we've been MIA for a long time. So it's good that we're here tonight together. All right, carry on, my dear sister.
I will. Okay, so I was just getting the ingredients lined up back here on the screen so that everybody can see that it says here for the sage, it says a teaspoon of sage. I probably put in 2 teaspoons. It says 1 can of chickpeas or 2 cups. I think this container here has about 2.5 cups, 3 cups. It's at least 3 cups. I'll say that. Um, I already have in there the chopped onion that I marinated for a little bit in the juice of 2 limes. I put all of the juice in there too. It'll give you that pickly flavor, or you can also use pickle relish if you like pickle relish in your salads. And what else? I put in my 3 stalks of celery. I added in my chopped mushrooms. You can put in the button mushrooms because I like the chewiness, the texture of the mushroom. So they're already in here. And I'm also going to put in a little bit of salt. Y'all know I love my adobo. All right, so I'm going to throw that in there too because I'm about to put the chickpeas in and then the salad is actually done. A lot of people do not add the vegan mayo. Sometimes they might add a little bit of oil to give it that full mouth flavor because our palate really does enjoy the fat. So the other thing that I might add if I'm not adding these are the chickpeas going in. If you want to pull this camera back up and take the recipe down, um, I'm just going to pour these in. But if I'm not adding the Vegenaise, the vegan mayo, I know Hellman's has a non-dairy or a vegan mayo as well. And because mayo is just oil and eggs for the most part, but it's also processed. So if you make your own mayo with eggs and oil, honestly, I ain't even gonna lie. Now y'all know I'm all about faves, getting your vegetables in. I would definitely say that making your own mayo with your own eggs and oil is probably healthier than buying either vegan mayo or just the regular mayo because both of them have so many ingredients. This is where we talk about that healthy relationship. You want to know what's in your food, what's making it work, what's not making it work, right? What's making
Exactly.
you sick. And so if you have a healthy relationship with your ingredients, then boom, you can really know that okay, I can
Von
add some things. I can skip some things. Oh, I do
Okay.
use chickpeas in my vegan burgers too, Von Eric. Have you tried that yet, Sheila?
Yes, but it didn't come out too good. So I have to kind of go at it again.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you what you got to do because you have to leave it chunky. The more you pulse it, it'll taste like a bread burger, and it's like, what? Come on now, why am I eating this breaded bread sandwich? Um, I have an answer for Suburban Homesteader's question of what's my favorite oil to use because she likes grapeseed, and I've used grapeseed as well. I like that one. Yep, and avocado oil. So ours are in opposite order. My favorite oil is avocado oil first, and then second is grapeseed, and I think third is olive oil. Especially when I'm cooking a salad like this,
Hmm.
they say that when I say they, I'm talking about like Dr. Neil Barnard, because I'm a Food for Life food coach, PCRM food coach. So Dr. Neil Barnard founded PCRM Food, which is Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. What is Von Eric over there laughing at
I
us?
know. Wait, his laugh. Oh, it's hilarious, infectious.
Mhm. But basically, Dr. Neil Barnard says, yes, olive oil, he agrees with it, not in high consumption, but if you're going to use an oil, use olive oil as well. They agree with that one. Some of the other doctors do as well. Now, I mentioned oh, you know what? Dr. Michael Greger, he has a website that talks all about all the different oils, comparing them as well.
Michael
But
Greger. Okay.
mhm. What were you going to say about him?
No, I want to keep his name in my head.
Yeah, because his website, you can look up anything, whether it's animal products or not. He writes a book every year. He has a website with a lot of short form videos on it, 2 to 5 minutes
Mhm.
long. So if you have a
Mhm.
question about an apple, about the ground meat, about your thyroid, he has a
Mm.
video about it. And he probably has a book too, because he releases a book pretty much every year.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna post this, and I don't know if you have any questions or if you wanted to comment on anything, but I'm gonna mute for just a moment.
Go ahead and mute. I'm going to see what some of our wonderful people are saying. They are, let's see. Okay. I'll check his website. Yes, I'm going to check his website out as well. Absolutely. I'm glad you all are here. You know, it's always great when Chef is here doing her chef slash nurse. We get a double thing. We got a
Yeah, and you
double
know
thing
what?
going on.
I know, right? Let me say this about Dr. Michael Greger. His last name is spelled Greger. And then Dr. John McDougall, he has a phenomenal website as well. And the nice thing with him is that he's live every Sunday. So you can actually talk to Dr. John McDougall in his chat. And people ask him questions about everything. So
Mm.
even though he has not had animal products for a long period of time, he
Mhm.
does have a healthy food relationship because he had a stroke when he was like 20 years old.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, and so it still affects him today. I have not tried bamboo flour. I didn't even know they made bamboo flour.
Bamboo flower. I
You know
did
what?
not know
Bamboo is so
about that.
versatile. I would not be surprised that there's bamboo flour out there.
Wow. Look at
Yeah.
that.
Now,
Bamboo
I'm
flower.
stirring this up just a little so that with my knife, my Cutco knife, y'all know
I
it's the only knife I got.
see. Your favorite knife. Hmm.
Yes, because it keeps cutting. This
Hmm.
way, the chickpeas won't get too mushy before they get mixed in, before they get blended all the way in. So I just
Hmm.
wanted to explain that because for some people, once they pulse it like this, they might add a little bit more of the juice from the chickpeas. Now, whether you save your juice from the can or from when you cooked it yourself, that juice from the chickpeas is sometimes all people will use as the liquid for their chickpea salad.
Oh, okay. I guess it depends on the type of texture you prefer.
Not necessarily. It just will. Well, maybe you're right. Because
Because the more liquid you put in, it's got to get more mushier.
yeah,
And some people like
yeah.
mush, and some people like a little, like some people that cook broccoli. Some people like it just mush, and I like it with a crisp, like a little snap to it. All right, she's shaking it up. Shake it up, baby, now.
Exactly. So, and you know what? This is the reason why I like this particular food processor because you can pick it up, turn it, slap it up, flip it, rub it down, all of that. All right. So I'm going to show this Vegenaise that I have because I do prefer it with the Vegenaise rather than just some oil. And I will say you only need like a tablespoon of Vegenaise also. This is chopped up pretty finely. I'm going to try it. I'm going to taste it. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Girl.
Oh, when you shake your head, I know it's something going on. When you shake your
Hmm.
head when you eat something, it's something going
That's
on.
good. Yeah. Now I do like this a little saltier. So I'm going to add a little bit more of the
Your
adobo.
favorite adobo.
Yep.
Mhm.
Because that way I don't have to put too much, but it will salt the entire dish.
Mhm.
And this also has like garlic in it as well. So
Mhm.
boom, I put another half teaspoon in here.
Oh my goodness.
I know it looked
Okay.
like more, but it was about a half teaspoon because it was pouring out slow.
uh,
Then I might as well hit it with a little bit more of my Dots natural spices, the sage blend or the
say
poultry blend.
yes. Oh, yes.
And let's see.
Flip it and rub
Yep,
it
you already
down
know.
and
And you're the musician too.
it's
Come on
on
now, Vonnie. I
fire.
know you heard it. Oh no. So I like the texture of this. I feel like it's plenty. Um, it has a nice crunch because the pickle relish in a salad will give it the crunch. That lemon juice, I mean, the pickle relish will also give it that pickly flavor, and that's what the lime juice is doing here, giving it that pickly flavor. I'm
Mm.
trying to see. I don't know. I'm gonna pulse it just a little bit more, just so that
Uh-oh.
it's all mixed. But I like the
Okay.
texture.
She's getting ready to do it, Von Erich. She's gonna flip it. She's gonna flip it and rub it down. There she
Mm,
goes.
mm.
She's getting ready to do something to it.
You know what? I'm gonna put this in there too.
What is that?
This is the Vegenaise I was talking about
Oh,
by Follow Your
okay.
Heart brand.
Okay.
It's the non-dairy mayonnaise.
Okay.
Hmm. And let me tell you, this is the reason why I was saying you might as well just make your own with avocado oil and eggs because the first ingredient is expeller pressed canola and sunflower oil. Now, one of the worst oils in the industry is canola oil, you know? So it's like, good grief. Am I doing better? Am I doing worse? And I will say that even though the eggs, they do have a bad rap, all of that.
Eggs?
Oh yeah.
Oh, then that's a problem because I'm an egg queen.
You know what though?
I'm
Now
serious. No, I'm really, really serious.
I know. You know what? But it's funny because people say that they this okay, so let's go back to the healthy relationship part, right?
Hmm.
This is why I'm saying have a healthy relationship with your food. If you're eating eggs, buy the best you can. And when I
I
say
do.
buy the best, I'm not talking about the ones at the grocery store that have a little bit of writing that says cage free. Because they don't. They are not cage free. I'm just putting mustard on
Cage
y'all.
free. They're not cage free.
They're not. They've shown these chickens in a barn, standing shoulder to shoulder, back to back, neck to neck, wing to wing, beak to beak, stuck in a place where there's a
Because
small
they're
place.
out. Yeah.
There's a small place that they can go outside, but they typically don't go outside simply because they are so used to not going outside. So
Right.
they say cage free because they don't have them in a tight cage,
Exactly. It's
but they're not free.
deceptive.
So
Hmm.
the farmers market that I was just working on Tuesday, yeah, that was Tuesday. So much has happened. We had a farmer that brought eggs in from a local. I'm trying to see why I can hear this. Can you hear an echo?
No.
Okay. I want to make sure that you can't hear
Oh, I
my
hear a
phones
little
coming
echo.
up.
Yeah, little. Just a little though.
Hmm. I muted it, but the sound is coming out of here. Let me turn the volume down. That might help.
Hmm.
Okay, that will help. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. But anyways, he had real cage-free eggs. So this is the reason why when I watch like the keto doctors, they talk about look, raise your own animal so that you know what they're doing, where the stuff is coming from, and that's where I'm like, dang, okay. I can't even act like if you're eating those eggs and those chickens and you're processing them yourselves that they are not, and you're eating them with a as many fruits and vegetables as you can, like you're not just eating a chicken leg.
Right.
You are actually eating vegetables along with it, whether it's root vegetables that grew out of the ground like potatoes, rutabagas,
Hmm.
or what have you, or whether it's
Uh-oh. Wow. Okay. Something has happened, but I'm sure she'll be back. You're stuck with me for a moment. Can you guys hear me? Can you still hear me? That's what I need to know. Something happened. I don't know if her device died, but I'm sure she'll be right back. Anyway, this is a great conversation. This is a great conversation. Let's put some comments up. So true. It is our responsibility. It definitely, definitely is. It definitely, definitely is. I'm getting a lot out of this. I hope that you are too. We always get great information with Laquita Marie, the chef slash nurse. Always, always. And I'm sure she'll be back. Hello, Coach Mary Ma. How are you? Oh my goodness. How are you doing? Hey there. Everyone's greeting each other. And so tonight I decided to come on. I have been building the ministry channel a lot, and we are holding it down in Bravo Nation with Beyond the Mic. My daughter and her partner have a show every Monday at 7 p.m. right here on the Bravo with Sheila network, as well as Thursday night with Dawn B. So we've been doing a lot over here, growing. We became monetized last a couple of weeks ago. So rah 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 for that. We made our 4,000 watch hours. We accept super chats and all type of stickers and things now. So I'm excited about that. But stay tuned for more of the Bravo with Sheila Network. And if you're a believer, come on over across the street to Sheila Ingram Ministry Network. And our wonderful chef is back.
Oh, okay.
There you are. There you
Hello,
are.
hello again, everybody. I'm not sure exactly what happened. My apologies.
That's okay.
And
I handled it and we just kept it moving, waiting for you to come back.
well, you know what? The good thing is we're finished, right? We're all done because
Yes.
we said this was going to be a 45-minute show, Cool Weather Farmer. So we are done. We just made a delicious chickpea salad, and it looked like my food camera stayed on because that's a
It
different network.
it
But
did. I dropped it down. I can put it up if you want it up. There it is.
just a second. Yeah. Mm, I like it.
Mm. He said, that was a deep, that was a baritone. That wasn't even an alto soprano. That was a
It's good. I'm telling you. So we can
Okay.
take this camera off because this camera is freezing a little bit. Yep.
Okay.
And yeah, so basically, this is it, guys. This is all you have to do. Christiana, if you can bring me a tortilla, I'm going to log out of the live stream, but I just want to show them how they can eat this and enjoy it.
And then the family's going to eat the food right now, aren't they?
Yes,
They, the
that's the
girls are
goal.
waiting. The girls are waiting.
That is the goal.
Von Eric said you did a very white, deep
Hmm.
tone.
Right, right.
With your Did you
So
mute? Okay,
if
go
you
ahead.
want a pinch of sugar, of course, I do have sugar.
Okay.
Um, Girl, don't be putting your hand in there. I'll get it.
Is
These are
that
just store-bought tortillas, and you
is
can
that
take this one
Coco?
back, okay?
Hi.
Yep. They try to do this thing where I'll be like, you don't know nothing about that. And my hand will be moving real fast, so they always do that.
Oh.
They can't get the baritone voice down though. So
Oh.
I got the half teaspoon of sugar in there also. That way, it just balances the flavor if you're used to it, if you need it. I am going to just show you how you do this. My favorite way is to add it to a tortilla because then I can kind of wrap it up and I just slather a whole lot of it on there.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? If you don't want as much crunch and you want more of a chicken salad, then that's where you leave off the purple cabbage. Okay, you just put it on later as a garnish.
Oh,
As a
okay.
garnish. Because that recipe didn't have that in there. I think I was supposed to put that as a garnish, but I'm so used to eating it in everything.
It looks
Mm,
so
mm, mm,
good. It looks
mm.
good.
How do we say goodnight, Sheila? Because we got.
No, every time you see, that's not fair because you always do that. You get it going and then you be like, okay, like we can leave the camera now. Listen, all of you all of you wonderful people, we thank you so very much for being here. We're gonna bump on out of here. We're gonna play something and groove on out. I hope that you hit that like button, subscribe, and share. I am so happy that you're here. I'm so happy that Laquita Marie is here tonight, and she'll be back next month. We have a standing agreement, I'll say. We have a standing agreement that she'll be here in the Bravo Nation, helping us to learn about food and healthy eating. And this is a relationship with your food. So stay in love with your food. Just stay in love and eat good. And we're gonna bump on out of here. And I just feel like I want to give y'all a little nice little instrumental something to just keep it moving. No, we
Yeah,
can't.
absolutely. And thank you, Ali
Mhm.
Matu Sadia. She's in Kuwait. And yes, it is
Wow.
delicious, Suburban Homesteader. You would love it.
The way you're eating it, we know. We know, we
Hmm.
know, we know. I can't even find the song I'm looking for, but we're gonna find anything to throw on. Here we go. It's a nice instrumental off of one of my CDs. And so
Mm.
here we go, here we go, here we go.
Good night, everyone.